Sign diagrams, example 1. We want to sketch the curve y equals 2x cubed minus 6x squared minus 18x plus 3, showing the coordinates of any stationary points and the y-intercept. So, stationary points, we need dy dx, and we want it to be 0. So it's going to be 6x squared minus 12x minus 18, and then we're going to need 6x squared minus 12x minus 18 to be equal to 0. We can divide through by 6 here. We'll have x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So that would give me x minus 3 and x plus 1. So x is equal to 3 or negative 1. So that's where we have turning points. So now let's look at a sign diagram. So negative 1 we know is a stationary point, and so is 3. Now here's our expression for dy dx. Let's consider what dy dx is when we're left of this point here. So let's use, for example, negative 2. So we'll have 6 multiplied by negative 2 squared, take away 12 multiplied by negative 2, and take away 18. That gives us 30. So it seems that it's positive here. Let's do the same between negative 1 and 3. In fact, 0 would be a really good value to take. 0, 0, negative 18, so it's going to be negative. Now let's try something like 4, so that we're to the right of 3. So let's just go back and edit. So we'll change that negative 2 there to a 4. And we'll change this negative 2 to a 4. And that's 30, so that's positive. So we know the gradient's going to go positive, negative, positive. So we also need to look at y-coordinates. So what we're going to do, bring the calculator in, is consider when x is negative 1. So we're going to have 2 multiplied by negative 1 cubed. Take away 6 times negative 1, and that's going to be squared. Take away 18 multiplied by negative 1. I put negative 11 there. Let's go back and just sort that out. And add 3. So that would be 13. So I'll just make a note of that here. And we need to do the same for 3. So we'll just go back and edit the negative 1s into 3s. So that one's 3 as well. And we've got one more to go here. This one over here. Change that to a 3. And that's at negative 51. Now, as far as the y-intercept is concerned, x is 0 at the y-intercept, so we've got 3. So we've got the point 0, 3. So I think we can probably do this sketch now. And just remind ourselves, that was negative 51. Yeah, negative 51. So negative 113 and then we've got the intercept at 3, and then over here we've got 3 and negative 51. And before this point, we know the gradient is positive, so it must come up to that turning point from down here. It's then going to turn over, it's got to go through here, and then there's going to be another turning point down here, so it's going to come down, take a 0 gradient, and then after that, the gradient is positive, so it must come upwards like so. Now let's just label those points. So we've got 3, negative 51, and negative 1, 13.